Hi, my name is Alex Korhely-Day. I am currently living in Los Angeles, California. I am highly interested in public relations, entertainment industry, public outreach, social media, you name it, in that field, and that is kind of what I want to do with my life. My experience in PR has been through two very high demanding internships. One was at a fashion boutique, and the other one was PMK-BNC in West Hollywood, where I worked specifically with A-list publicists. I worked in Oscar campaigns, worked with A-list clients. I did the Gravity campaign, Dallas Buyer Club's campaign, and I gained significant experience working with that, doing press releases, you name it, we did it. I want this job primarily because I remember when I just started college and I figured I kind of wanted to do writing and I wanted to do PR. I noticed that you guys did some awesome clients, like specifically Invisible Children, which is what I volunteered with in high school, and it got me hooked. And ever since then, you guys have kind of been on my radar because I was in San Diego. So I have been a huge fan of all of the work you guys have done, and I would love to be a part of that. My long-term career goals would be able to work with a company that gives back. It may not necessarily be PR in the end. It may. I'm not too sure at this moment, but that's the beauty of life. I just want to work with a company that has great morals, has great direction, has an awesome team working for one core belief and purpose. My strengths are that I am very dedicated, I learn quickly, and I adapt to my environment very, very quickly, and I am very determined for what I want to do. My weaknesses would be primarily I get very attached to people, so it's very hard for me to leave a company, and also I am quite a talker, so I love interacting with people, so sometimes while that can be a very big benefit and a positive thing to add to myself, it can also be a negative because I do get distracted in that way. I do try and work on that though. What motivates me has changed drastically over the past few years. Primarily now, what motivates me is the fact that I want to help people, I want to give back, and there are so many ways and avenues to do so, but through my experience and what I've seen living in LA and all these big cities, that there's so many people here and there's so many things going on, people living these lavish lives that they work so hard for, but there's also so many people who don't have the opportunity to do so, and so with the I want to be able to give back to those people. I want to volunteer in other countries. I want to work for companies that want to give back, which is what your company does, and I want to be a great person with what I do, and I want to be successful in doing it, and I want to see other companies such as Invisible Children or the Giving Keys flourish because they have great purposes and they have great drives, and the people and the projects they work on, it's so awesome, and it's so rare to find people like that sometimes, and your company is phenomenal in the work you guys have done, and I've followed the projects and the campaigns, so it has been a great and awesome thing to be able to watch you guys develop that. Frustrations, my pet peeve is when people don't read through things and they ask the same question over and over again, so I try and keep my cool with that. I know everyone gets very busy and everyone gets distracted, so I try and keep my cool, keep calm, and I try and be patient because I know not everybody's on the same page for everything, and when people show up like significantly late, that also is a huge issue with me. It drives me nuts. But then again, I live in Los Angeles, so I better have some kind of patience because that happens to me more often than not, even if I leave plenty with enough time. So student high school, I was very driven. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to do all these things that I've been talking to you about. I just had no idea on how to execute them. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life necessarily. It's just kind of like a broader scope. I just wanted to do something that I enjoyed, that I was passionate about, and that I loved. I just had no way how to figure out how to execute that. So when college came around, kind of bounced around my first 2 years. I did well, but I was kind of all over the place figuring out what I wanted to do. And then once I left San Diego State and transferred to a small private, I got into the journalism department, PR. I was the head editor for our award-winning school newspaper. I worked in the magazine. I did PR campaigns. I did PR classes, and I found my my passion, my calling. And so therefore I was able to get really involved, do a lot of great things, and give back to those around my area, my community, and my school. And I was able to work with others that had passions and they had drives similar to mine, and even those who were significantly different, but just seeing the different kind of world that everyone came from and the kind of world that they wanted to transform this one to be kind of shaped who I wanted to be in college. So college ultimately, aside from the early years of partying and having fun, really shaped who I am now and what I want to do, because I was able to have a different line insight from that. My bucket list, that would definitely consume my thoughts sometimes, because all I can think about is traveling the world, or I can think about helping somebody else, or working for a company. Right now is finding a company that I love, that produces work and campaigns and works with people that give back, that do great things. And whether it's simple things here and there, I just want to look back and really be able to check off some things that weren't just like, oh, I bought this or I did that. That really had some magnitude to what I was doing. And as I said, I want to travel the world, and that would be awesome to go and see everything around me and see the 7 wonders and travel. But also I want to volunteer in Africa for a month. So I am trying to do that for 2 weeks during Christmas in Tanzania. I'm starting to raise the funds now, and so that is my goal for this. Currently I want to teach and work in an orphanage, and I would love to volunteer at least 10 times. That is my bucket list. And also send my mom back to Japan, because that's where she's from. She hasn't been back in about 30 years. So there's that. And then 9 years old, looking back, I want to be happy, and I want to have a life that has been passionate and that has been driven and that has been absolutely amazing. I want one where people can look at me and be proud, and I can look at myself and be proud, and look at the people that I've surrounded myself with, the jobs, the projects, the relationships, the conversations, the things I've read, the things I've said, and I want to look back and be happy with them. That is very important, and I have learned while being in LA the past year and a half that the value of that, and through the many hours of traffic I have sat in, I have thought about these things, and I want to live a life. I know it's cliche to say this, but I want to live a life that I'm really proud of, and that I've been able to give back to others and help those around me. And even in PR, I know maybe sometimes you don't work directly with the people that your clients are working with, or this and that, but just knowing that you can help is great, and knowing that you are working and you're happy, I guess, is ultimately the most important thing to me, because even if I'm happy, I can find other ways to generate that happiness and produce it and give it to others. So that is a little bit about me, and I hope to hear back from you guys soon. Please let me know if you have any questions. I am looking forward to meeting with you, Emily, on Wednesday. And so sorry this was an issue getting to you. The first one did not work. Thank you so much. Bye.